Okay, so good day everyone. So today we're going to discuss about conditional statements. Okay, so what are the different types of conditional statements? So we are going to have five different types of conditional statements here. Okay, so number one, we have the if condition. Number two, we have the if else condition. Number three, we have the if else if condition. Number four, we have the nested if, or we call this one as the ladderized if. And of course, we have the switch case condition. So these are the different condition statements that we are going to discuss. I'm going to give examples on these types of conditional statements. Again, remember, what I have mentioned in the history of computer, that the first programmer is, of course, si Ada Byron, okay, or Ada Lovelace Byron. And also take note that she included in her program, conditional statements, okay. So take note also of the different operators that I have mentioned, last time. So particularly the relational operators. So relational operators, like we have the greater than, less than, or equal to. So these are the different kinds of relational operators that will be used in the conditional statements. Okay, so let's start first with the if condition. Okay, so I will just erase this one. Okay, so let us start first with the if condition, and I'm also going to show you the equivalent flowchart of this um, if condition. Okay, for number one, first type, we have the if condition. Okay, so the if condition, so we have now the syntax for the if condition. So syntax is if, okay, then you have open parentheses, then we have the condition, okay, and then we have the um, open brace, and then we have here the statement, okay, statement, and then we have the close, okay, close brace. Okay, so here, okay, this is not the syntax. Take note of the syntax, okay, syntax, and then I'm going to give you an example. So example. Okay, by the way, before that, let me erase this one. Before I'm going to give you the example, let me introduce first of course, the very important thing is the flowchart. What is now the equivalent, okay, flowchart? Saan yung equivalent flowchart? So for the flowchart, so we have if, okay, and then we have, okay, usually there is a variable there. So for example, this is now the initialization, okay, we call that one as init, but that is actually initialization part, wherein you try to initialize a variable here. So I'm going to give you example later. So this one going to your condition. Okay, again, remember of the different flowchart. Okay, so this is now your condition. I just put it there, that is condition. Now our condition is answerable with true or false. Okay, so if the condition is true, then what we're going to do is we're going to put a statement here. We're going to process a statement, not a statement. Okay, statement. And then if the condition is false, again, if that is false, then we are going to have another statement here. Okay, another statement. Statement 2. Okay, statement 2. So next to that is if after this one, okay, after this one, whatever happens here, we are going to always end with this one. Okay, so exit. Actually, this is not the end, but we're just trying to put an exit, meaning it will just exit in the it will just exit, no? Okay, sorry. Dapat ano pala, if false siya, that will just exit. Sorry, okay? If the condition is false, it will just exit. Okay. Now, so this is now the flow chart. Okay, flow chart. So first you have the initialization, wherein you're going to initialize the variable, and then the condition, and then if the condition is true, it will perform the statement, whatever statement you have there, and then it will exit after that statement, no? And then here, if the condition is false, meaning it is not true, therefore it will just exit. Okay, that is now the flow chart. Now, example. Okay, example. I'll give you an example. So say for example, x is equals to, let us say 10. Okay, 10. Okay, this is now your init. Okay, this is now your initialization part. Initialization. Okay, this is now your initialization part. And then your condition is if, okay, if x is, let us say for example, less than, okay, less than, let's say for example, less than 20, okay, less than 20. Therefore, what we're going to do is, we're going to say x is equals to, you have 10 plus 5. Okay, for example, ingana lang. Okay. So, what will happen here is, okay, here, x is equals to 10, correct? This is your initialization part. This one now is your condition part. Okay, condition. This is your condition part here. If x is less than 20, what is the value of your x? The value of your x is 10. So 10 is less than 20. True or false? So 10 is less than 20, so that is true. Okay, true. So if that is true, it will now perform the what statement. So this is now your statement. Okay, this is now your statement. Your statement says that your x is equals to x or 10 plus 5. That is your statement. So meaning if the condition is true, it will perform the statement inside your open and close parentheses. Okay? After performing this one, it will just go to what? Exit. So exit, gawas lang siya diri sa imuhang brace. Okay? So muni siya. Now, what if the condition is false? So for example again, x is equals to, okay, example number 2, okay? In this case, we're going to make it false, okay? X is again 10, and the condition is if x, okay, is greater than 20, okay, 20. Now, take note that we are making use of this one, okay? Greater than, this one is less than, so these two are relational operators, di ba? As we have mentioned last time, we have relational operators, we have arithmetic operators. Arithmetic operator refers to the plus, minus, multiplication, everything. And also the relational operators refers to greater than, less than, equal to, less than, less than, equal to, greater than, equal to. And also we have the logical operator. So we have the and, or, and the not. Okay. Now, again, if x is greater than 20, and then say for example your statement is x, again the same lang, 10 plus 5, and then close. Okay. So here in the second example, you have x is greater than 20. So is 10 greater than 20? True or false? So this is false, di ba? So, kung false siya, pag false siya, automatic mo exit siya. Okay? Dili siya padulong. Okay? Sa gawas. Dili na niya i-perform ang imuhang statement. Unlike this one, because this is true that 10 is less than 20, this is true, automatic musulod siya sa imuhang open brace. Because what is inside your open and closed brace is a true statement. Okay? True. True ang result. The result inside your open and closed brace are true. So, pag true siya, i-perform niya ang statement sa sulod sa mong open and closed brace. Pag false siya, automatic dili niya i-perform ang imuhang statement nga naa sa sulod sa imuhang braces. Rather, it will just jump, no? Mag-exit lang siya sa imuhang close and open brace. Okay? So, this is an example of what? If condition. Okay? So, next. Okay, next, we have the if-else condition. So take note that here we're only considering one statement here for the if condition. Okay, so this time, okay, we're going to have the if else condition. Okay, if else condition. So we have here number 2, we have the if else, okay, condition. Okay, so what we're going to do here is, okay, this is now the what we call the syntax. Okay, syntax. So you have syntax if, then you have condition here, condition, and then open brace. Okay, statement. Okay, statement 1. Okay, close, and then else, okay, and then open brace, and then you have statement, okay, statement 2. Okay, don't forget to put a semicolon and then close. Okay, so this is now the syntax. Okay, syntax siya. So if you cannot read the writings, kindly follow nilang my voice, no, so that you can follow kung unsa kang gisulat diha. Okay, so if this is the syntax, this is now the equivalent what? Flowchart. Okay, the equivalent flowchart. So again, we are going to initialize a variable here. We call this one as init. Okay, initialization part, and then after that, we're going to have the condition. Okay, the condition. So condition is represented by a diamond or a diamond box. Okay, if this is true, then we are going to perform what? Statement 1. Okay, statement 1. If this is true. Now, if this is false, okay, kung false siya, okay, false, we are going to perform what? Statement 2. Okay, statement 2. But after performing either of the two statements, obviously, it will just go to exit. Okay, dili na siya end ha. This will just exit. Okay, I did not put here end, but I'm just putting it here exit. Okay, meaning it will just exit in the conditional statements. So, ma-exit lang siya sa conditional statement. Like po tong end because it will end the program. Totally, i-close niya ang program. But sa exit, it will just exit in the particular statement but not totally in the program. Okay? So again, this is now your flowchart, equivalent flowchart, and this is now your syntax. So, okay, let me give an example. Okay, let me just erase this one. Okay, take note of the syntax. Okay, don't forget the syntax. Then later on, after I'm going to discuss this one, I'm going to give you an example program. Okay. So, okay, example. Okay, example. Actually, this is already an example program, but later on, I'm going to perform this one in our C++. Okay, C++ na ano, or DevC na environment. Okay, so okay, let's start. So say for example, x is equals to 5. Okay, example. And then if x is let's say greater than, right, as a 3. Okay, So if x is greater than 3, therefore let us say C out, okay, C out, C out x, okay, display lang niya ang x. And then else, okay, else say for example you have C out, okay, C out. Okay, pasensya na sa akong sulat, kinaglisod ko sa kuang stylus. Okay, C out, say for example, x plus 3. Okay? Example, ano siya. So, here, what will be the output here? Ano magiging output niya? So, let us try to check first. So, the value of your x is 5. The question is x, which is 5, or 5 is greater than 3? Okay, so if that is true, it will perform this one. Okay, if that is true, it will perform this one. But if that is false, it will perform this one. Okay, so here take note that the value of your x is 5, so therefore 5 is greater than 3. Therefore the what will come out in your screen is this one, C out x, meaning if this will be your output now, okay, only mong screen after running your screen. So what is the value of your x? 5. So it will just display here 5 because you're just displaying the value of your x, which is 5. Okay, now if that is false, it will perform this one. But since the value of your x is 5 and 5 is greater than 3, which is true, therefore it will perform C out x, meaning it will just display the value of your x. Automatically it will not display this one. Okay, meaning it will only display either this one or this one. Okay, now if we are going to replace this one, okay, replace the value of your, okay, sorry, di na ko siya ma-erase, so tako kay siya. Okay, say for example, kana lang. So if we're going to display here, say for example, let us say 10. Okay, replace na ko siya 10. Is 5 greater than 10? Obviously, the answer is false. So automatically, it will display this one. So if this will be your output screen, okay, kung mo mong screen, what will happen here? So this will just display what? 5 plus 3, that will become 8. So it will just display 8 here. So here, no, if the condition is true, it will perform this one, this statement. Okay, this is your statement 1. And if the condition is false, this will just display the statement 2. Okay, so it depends now on your condition, and it depends also on what particular relational statement or relational operator you're going to use in the condition. Okay, so that is how we are going to have an example of an if-else condition. Now the third one, okay, before I'm going to cut this one, let's have the third one. So the two other remaining conditions, like the switch case condition and also the nested if, so later lang na nako to siya i-discuss. I will discuss first the three other conditions. So in conditional statement, again, there are different types. The same thing with your looping. So there are different types of loops as well. So here we're going to discuss those types one by one. So number 3 type of condition is we have the what we call the if else if condition. Okay, this is if else if condition. So take note, kanina you're only referring to one or two conditions, no? But this one, this is actually used if you have multiple conditions. Okay, so if you have multiple conditions, especially when you're going to make a selection in your inputs, therefore you're going to use this kind of condition. So what is now the syntax? Okay, again, don't forget the syntax or the general form of the conditional statements. Okay, so the first is you have if, and then you have condition 1. Okay, condition 1, and then close, then you have now the statement 1, and then close brace. Then you have else if, okay, else if, and then you have condition 2, okay, statement 2, okay, statement 2, and then close. And then else if you have condition 3, okay, statement 3, okay, and then close. And then until, it depends on how many conditions do you have, and then it always ends us with what? Else. This is by default, no? Else, and then you have statement, let's say statement X, and then close. Okay, so that is now your syntax. When it comes to flowchart, okay, equivalent flowchart. So flowchart, then we have, again, we always have the initialization. So we have the init, okay, whatever variable do we have, and then you have, okay, condition 1, okay, condition 1, okay, if the statement is true, it will perform what? Statement 1, okay, statement 1. And then if the condition is false, okay, it will now perform what? Condition 2, okay, condition 2. So if the statement is true, it will perform statement 2, okay. If the condition is false, it will perform what? Condition 3, okay. And then if that is true, then it will perform what? Statement 3. And then if that is false, okay, this will depend, it depends now on how many conditions do you have, okay, until you're going to reach this one. Else, if that is false, again here, okay, statement X, okay, the last statement, that will be the else. So again, whether you're going to have all these statements, no, so we always end up with what? Here, okay, exit, okay, so exit always, so this will be here, okay. So every after performing the statements, it will always exit. So it will only choose one, no? It will only choose one, either C condition 1 yang i-perform, or either condition 2, or either condition 3, or either itong last na exit, meaning wala siya gipili, meaning usually, okay, by the way, usually, no, sometimes it depends now on your program. If wala siya gipili, it will exit, or if wala siya gipili, it will go back here sa initialization. Magbalik-balik lang na siya until na kay i-select, no? Sometimes depende, no? Pero kung wala kay gipili, it will exit, or sometimes kuan siya, magsige lang siya balik-balik. But in a selection case, okay, selection type using this one, usually the programmer, no, is doing this one, no? Ang ginabuhatan na is wala nila na gina-pa-exit if wala kay gi-press. Okay, usually ang ginabuhatan na is ginapabalik na diri sa, wait lang, okay, usually ginapabalik na siya diri sa initialization state. So meaning, as long as you're not pressing anything, it will just keep on looping here. Mag-loop na siya diri. Okay, magsige na siya balik-balik in most cases na, because this can be partnered with loop. But also there are cases na after, if you did not select anything, so it will just exit. Okay, it depends now on your design. So but in our case, since we're just dealing with conditional, so say for example, if you did not press anything, so the program will just exit. Okay, so exit lang siya. So that is now the conditional or if else condition, meaning this kind of condition you're going to use this one if you have multiple conditions. You have three, okay, you have 4 or 5 conditions that you're going to deal with, so you're going to make use of this particular conditional statements. Okay, so let's let's have an example. Okay, so I will just erase this one, okay, and then I will give you an example. Okay, take note of the flowchart. So you need to be familiar, no, in creating a flowchart. Importante siya. Okay, so let us first perform. Okay, let's give you an example first. Okay, so example, making a multiple tawag selection. Okay, so say for example, if x, okay, if input, say for example, is equals to x, okay, ano lang para di kita maano, pero pwede gyapon to integer x. Usually man good, if you're going to make a selection like this, the value of your x is dili siya fix. So dili meaning you can put any values here in your integer x, okay? But again, when you're going to use the data type integer, meaning the input should always be a number, whole number, okay? If you're going to use a character here, meaning that the input should be letters, okay? Take note again of the data type that you're going to use. So again here, so if x is equals to, okay, integer. So if x is equal to, for example, 1, okay, then say for example, cout, okay, addition, okay. Now else if, okay, else if x is equal to 2, therefore cout, let us say subtraction, okay, subtraction, and then close, and then else if, okay, x is equals to 3, and then you have cout, say multiplication, okay, multiplication, okay, close, and then here else if what we're going to do here, x is equals to 4, okay, and then say cout, okay, cout division, okay, division. So else kung wala siya input, wala kag cout, no input, okay, no input, okay, close. So these are now your, say for example, you have 4 selections, okay, 4 selections. If this will now be your output, okay, mo ni mong output class, this will now be the box output screen, no, okay, mo ni mong output. Now say for example, may tag input x, so natay value the x, okay, x. So ay na lang kasi wala ko nagbutag x okay, so say for example, nagbutang tayo og x. Actually, this will be followed by cin, no? Cin, ano lang bi para natay kuan. Cin before magbutang ka og cin tapos x, okay? Mag-input ta og x. So say for example, mag-press ka og 1. Okay? If you are going to press 1, magpindot ka og 1 sa imong keyboard, Therefore, na magdiawas diha nga what? Addition. Okay? 1. Isa lang yung i-perform ana. Okay? The rest will be void. Di niya i-perform. Isa lang. So, pag press kag 1, ang magawas is addition. Now, if you are going to press 2, isa yung magawas diha. Obviously, ang magawas diha is subtraction. Okay? Subtraction. Okay? Pag mag-press ka diha og 3, obviously, ang magawas is multiplication. Okay? Muna yung magawas. Mag-press ka diha og 4. Okay, 4. Pag mag-press ka og 4, magawas si division. Okay? Magawas ang division. Si mga output. Mag-press ka og 5. Okay, pag-press ka og 5, ang magawas diha is no input. Okay? Mag-press ka og 6, no input. Mag-press ka og 7, no input. So, ang addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division will only come out if you're going to press 1 for addition, 2 for subtraction, 3 for multiplication, 4 for division. The rest of the numbers that you are going to press, ang magawas ana is no input. Okay? Because in your selection, in your condition, you will only perform addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division if you are going to press 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Now, if you're going to change this 1 to 5, 6, 7, 8, so therefore, if you are going to press 1, no input ang magawas. Press 2, no input. Press 3, no input. Press 4, no input. But if you're going to press 5, ang magawas is addition, press 6, subtraction, press 7, multiplication, press 8, division. Okay? So, depende na sa imuhang input diya ang ibutang sa imuhang conditional statements. So, again, that is now an example of using the if-else condition. And later on, I am going to give you another conditional statements, which is the nested, or we call that one as the ladderized if, meaning a condition inside a condition inside a condition. So there is a condition, then inside the condition is another condition, inside the condition is another condition. Okay, that is what we call the ladderized or nested if. And also the switch case condition is a condition using the switch case. It is similar to this one. Ang switch case condition is just similar to if-else if. Okay? Later on, I'm going to give an example using the tawag ani katong switch condition using this one again. So you can see that they're just the same. Kaya lang you have the option whether you're going to use the switch case condition, or you're going to use the if-else if condition. Okay? It's up to you. So again, that is our discussion for today regarding sa tuang conditional statements. Then later on, I'm going to give you an example of this particular conditional statements using our DevC environment. Okay? So thank you everyone and have a nice day.